Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga today chaired the first Azimio-OKA Council meeting at KICC in Nairobi. That meeting, in my view, is significant politically speaking for several reasons. In this video, I want us to try and dissect the objectives of that particular meeting. Before we do that, for those who are watching the channel for the first time, please take a second or two and click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. Now, to the subscribers, please don't forget to give this video thumbs up. Just click that thumbs up. That's the best way you can support the channel. You can drop your comment and also you can share the video if you can. I want us to try and analyze this particular meeting and understand the objectives. And because in politics nothing happens out of mere coincidence, let us begin by looking or watching or looking at the body language during this particular meeting. Now, there is this photo of, I'm just getting it. There is this photo of Martha Karua. There is this photo of Martha Karua and President Uhuru Kenyatta talking, greeting each other. Standing behind Martha Karua, in my view, that is Raphael Tuju. And you can clearly see the Muranga women representative, Sabina Chege, very happy there. Then there was another photo of Martha Karua, Gideon Moi, and Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka also having a chat. You could see Ngilu on the other side. Then there was also another photo of Charity Ngilu and Kalonzo Musyoka. Those photos, in my view, are significant. But there was the other photo where Raila Odinga, where Uhuru Kenyatta was actually talking to Martha Karua, Kalonzo Musyoka looking or facing Uhuru Kenyatta, and most of the other guys facing Uhuru Kenyatta, but Raila Odinga was standing, facing the camera alone. I'm yet to understand why that happened and what it could have meant. But I could read that there was tension between Kalonzo and Raila Odinga. But that's not the objective of this video. In this video, I want us to look at the objectives of that particular meeting. Let us begin this analysis by going to the statement which was read by Junet Mohammed. Junet Mohammed is the Secretary General of the Azimio-One Kenya. This is the statement dated 21st April. It says, Azimio la Umoja-One Kenya Coalition Party Inaugural Coalition Council Meeting. Azimio la Umoja-One Kenya Coalition Council under the chairmanship of His Excellency the President, held its inaugural meeting at Kenyatta International Conference Center today and held fruitful discussions including reaffirming the party's commitment to ensure that the forthcoming general election is characterized by sober contemplation and debate on key national issues, on key national challenges, amongst them uplifting the well-being of all Kenyans, eradicating corruption, respect of dissidents and the views of others, peaceful campaigns, a stable post-election economic environment, and a united, inclusive, fair, and a prosperous nation. Now, these are the resolutions. The council further, number one, mandated the National Coalition Executive Committee to immediately recommend to the council suitably qualified individuals to be appointed to the following party organs. So basically, Azimio is filling these party organs. They are going to have Coalition Elections Board. They are going to have Coalitions Elections Appeals Board. they're also going to have National Disciplinary Committee, and also they're going to have dispute resolution panel. What I'm not understanding in all this is why they should have council elections board. I don't know whether this elections board will be the board which will run the elections of the president or of individual parties, or whether these guys are going to run their campaigns as a unit. Of course, the elections board, if it's there, you'll definitely have the the coalition's elections appeals board. And also they're saying, number two, they also resolve to appoint an advisory panel to recommend candidates to the party's presidential candidate regarding the nominations of the party's deputy presidential candidate. So it means the issue of the running mate is still pending somewhere. So the other day, there were news that Raila and Uhuru had appointed a team, mandated a team, and Kalonzo Musyoka dismissed that team. I don't know whether this is now meant to appease Kalonzo or whether to include him. Number three, it says, directed the National Coalition Executive Committee to immediately prepare a campaign strategy and a plan that will ensure. So basically, they are now planning campaigns, and these campaigns is going to ensure, number one, the Azimio-Umoja-One Kenya presidential candidate wins the 2022 presidential elections. And this one, I can read from the mood of the president. It's like now, President Uhuru Kenyatta is coming out to officially begin campaigning for Raila Odinga. Number two on that, they're saying, Azimio-Umoja-One Kenya forms the next government. Of course, after winning elections, you form the government. So this team probably will come up with how to share the coalition slots. And number three, it also says, Azimio-Umoja-One Kenya forms the majority in parliament and in all 47 county assemblies of our blessed republic. So basically, they're also now arguing that they need to have majority. What I don't know is how they're going to approach it, but probably they're likely to zone regions, and they are also likely to ensure that they defeat the opponents, because William Ruto is also very busy scheming on the other side. Now let us look at the objectives of this meeting. Why this meeting was held. This meeting, in my view, was held purposely, number one, to look at the issue of the running mate. If there is one of the most difficult decision the Azimio-Umoja-One Kenya will have to make is the choice of the running mate. Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is putting demands using his allies that he must be the running mate. You saw the other day Professor Kibutha Kibwana saying he's comfortable because Kalonzo doesn't want him. You also saw today Alfred Mutua is not comfortable, claiming that he's being edged out. The truth of the matter is that Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka is piling a lot of pressure. The other truth is that President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga also had their own plans. And in their own schemes of things, the running mate was likely to come from the larger Mount Kenya region, based on the numbers and their own calculations that Mount Kenya, if they are given a running mate, they're likely to change their minds. So this team will come up with a name. And before coming up with the name, they are going to come up with a clear strategy how they are going to arrive at that name. Is this candidate suitable? Yes. If he is suitable, what is he bringing on the table? Money? Perception? Is this individual will be able to campaign if the campaign is not there? What about the numbers? So they look at all those issues and then identify a candidate. Once this candidate is identified, then it will be submitted to IBC. And I saw a list today which was circulating, which I've confirmed is not true. In that list, there are names which are being floated there. And just like I tell you always that in politics, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. I'm just trying to get that list. I saw that list somewhere. Let me just get the list. Okay, the list is here. The list is saying the 4 names proposed for submission on the Thursday, 28th April 22 regulatory deadline are stated below. The 4 candidates are proposed on the basis of gender balance, political competence, and regional balance. So there's the name candidate 1, Martha Wangari, Candidate 2, Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka. Candidate 3, Ali Hassan Joho. And candidate 4, Peter Gatirau Munya. So basically, in my view, this list is the work of intelligence. They want to see or test how the Azimio la Umoja supporters are going to react to this name. And of course, probably this is the list they have narrowed down to. And technically, you can't see, I'm not seeing the name of Peter Munya, of Peter Kenneth in this list. So the first thing is the running mate. Number 2 is campaign program. How will they manage to win the presidency? And assuming they win the presidency, they will also need the numbers. How are they going to campaign? How are the campaigns going to be structured in a way that parties don't conflict? For example, in Kampani, how will Ngilu campaign comfortably with Kalonzo and Kalonzo campaign comfortably with Alfred Mutua and Professor Kibuta Kibwana, when already these guys are feeling that Kalonzo Musyoka does not want them? So some of these issues were actually discussed, and what my expectation is that at the end of party nominations, these guys are going to roll out, the team is going to roll out a campaign structure and strategy and plans until the time of the elections. Number 3, these guys also discussed, and these have confirmed, the pending issues derailing the Azimio la Umoja movement. There's a lot of mistrust, there are a lot of issues emerging, and some of these issues were discussed. For example, I'm told Kalonzo Musyoka was put to task why he's continuing to put demands here, there, and there, while he's expected to, for example, unite the company governors. He's busy fighting them. So the pending issues were discussed at this particular meeting. And number 4, party nominations and zoning. How are they going to approach, for example, Mombasa, Nairobi? And something tells me that Kalonzo Musyoka is up to something. Why should Kalonzo Musyoka give Wiper candidate Mike Sonko the Azimio la Umoja ticket? Why? What is his game plan? Is he out to frustrate the Azimio candidate? So those are some of the issues which are coming up. And lastly, there is the Nairobi gubernatorial seats. How are the parties going to deal with it? Is Jubilee going to sponsor a candidate? ODM sponsoring a candidate to face UDA? Because for me, that would have been the best, so that at the end of the day, Kenyans will have a choice between Tim Wanyonyi and between Polycarp Igathe. If you have Polycarp Igathe, you pair him with Philip Kaloki, you have Wiper and Kikuyus, they can get. If you have Tim Wanyonyi, you pair with someone else, the Luos will vote for that candidate. He will easily win. If you have what UDA has, the other side, they have Johnson Sakaja. Again, a good contest will be there. So who are members of this Azimio Council? Let me just try and get you the names of those people. There was Raila Odinga, there was Uhuru Kenyatta, then there was Gideon Moi, KANU chairman, there is Kalonzo Musyoka, there is Hassan Joho, there is Sabina Chege was there, there is Naomi Shaban, there is Martha Karua, then there is Charity Ngilu, then there is Wafula Wamunyinyi, Abdi Nur Farah, and Junet Mohamed. Those are the people forming the dreaded Azimio Council. I don't know what you think. Those are my take. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. Bye-bye.